Hi, I'm Dr. David Weed, your host for the Healthy City Fall River Show, a review of the past month's healthy activities in the city of Fall River. Healthy City Fall River is a nationally award-winning program of Partners for a Healthier Community that began in 2003 to encourage people who live, work, or attend school in Fall River to improve their own health as well as the health of their neighbors. As our website, healthycityfallriver.org, states, a healthy community is one where people work together to make life better for themselves by solving problems and increasing the resources that keep people healthy. We're going to take a look at some of the activities that have taken place over the past month in Fall River that help to engage people in healthy activities. You may know of other events that bring people together to improve their health. If so, just email me at drweed@cox.net and I'll see if I can get your event on video so you can be on a future edition of the show. We're going to begin with an activity that always marks the beginning of spring. Former Red Sox pitcher Brian Rose, who now works for District Attorney Sam Sutter, holds a baseball clinic every spring for young players at the Durfee High School Fieldhouse. Let's take a look.
Yep, signed up.
There's your name tag, buddy.
You can take off your coat.
Yeah, if you just go right over there, they're going to
I
get
think
started,
they're
I
getting
think, right
started.
now.
I think I heard the
Yeah,
whistle.
Yeah.
Those of you who are old enough, which I don't think any of you are, unfortunately, I got a chance to pitch for the Red Sox, for the Mets, the Rockies, the Reds, the Royals. Who am I missing? Someone else in the Mets, I think. Did I say that one?
Yeah.
Rockies. Let's see. I went in, I got drafted in '94 by Boston, got traded to Colorado, went to the Mets, got traded for Al Leiter's brother, which he wasn't too happy about. Then I went to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Then I ended up blowing out my elbow, and I ended up going with the Reds and the Royals right after that. So that was a pretty good resume right there to play a little baseball. But where it all started was about 10 miles from here. I grew up right down the street. I loved baseball. I put a lot of practice time in there. I did wonderful in school. I had really good grades, so it opened up a lot of opportunities for me to go to college, to play pros. It was a great opportunity. So like I said, it was about maybe 12 years ago. I was the same age as you guys, okay? So 12 years ago, I was your age, and I was able to go out there and do some stuff. Do you believe that? Do you believe that I'm only like 22 years old? It's amazing, isn't it? Right? No, it was a little bit longer than that. But growing up around here, loving the Red Sox. How many of you guys love the Red Sox? How many of you guys love the Yankees? I love it. You got to have some courage to say something like that in this building, right? It doesn't matter who you love, as long as you like somebody, okay? We love baseball. That's why we're here. It's Saturday morning. It's 9 a.m. We're just here to have a good time. We're here to get better. We're very fortunate enough to have the Durfee High School team that's going to be helping us out, doing a bunch of hitting drills and all that other stuff. So we're going to learn a little bit from that. We got our friends in the DA's office right there in the red shirts, because our boss, Sam Sutter, is the one that allows us to put this sort of thing on. He believes that if kids get involved in sports and physical activity, you have less likely to get in trouble with gangs and drugs and alcohol. Just remember, athletes need to take care of their bodies. If you want to be a good athlete, you got to make sure you practice a lot and you got to take care of yourself. So we're here to hopefully find a new passion or a new love for the game. How many of you guys play Little League or play organized baseball right now? Raise your hands. Who doesn't? Who doesn't play? Do you guys want to play baseball? Well, we got to find a place for you to play. When you get old enough, you might be a little young, or if you don't have that opportunity, let's find a place for you to go play baseball. Because like my guys right here, see the guys wearing my jerseys right there, they play on my team. And they love baseball, and they love practice. And those are the guys that you love to work with, okay? So when we get going, I want everybody to make sure you have your ears open and ask questions if you want to ask, because this is your time to try to get a little bit better, okay? We had about, 50 kids sign up. It doesn't look like we have 50 here right now, but maybe there'll be some late stragglers. So what we're going to do before we start off is we're going to do a little warm-up. Is that okay? You guys ready for a little warm-up? Yeah. Get our legs loose. Everybody has sneakers on, right? Nobody has flip-flops on or anything like that? No? Good, because baseball players usually wears sneakers indoors, cleats outside, and baseball hats, right? That's what baseball players usually do, all right? And unless you, he turned the hat the right way. Very nice, very nice. Ken Griffey Jr. only wears his hat backwards. Usually baseball players wear it forward. That's okay, all right? But hey, let's get going. Everybody, go on that black line right there. We'll get you all stretched out and ready to go, warmed up. That way we don't pull any hammies. We're going to go halfway with high knees, and then you're going to jog it out. Chris, show them how to do it. So high knees, get them up there, and then when you get about halfway, you just jog it out. Very nice. Everybody up. Let's go. Get those knees up there. Very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. You guys tired already? No. You just started. Same thing going back, halfway. Get them up there, get them up there.
I wish I had time to show you more. They were really having a good time. You can find out more about other activities that District Attorney Sutter offers throughout the year by going to bristolda.com. Next, we're going to join some young people and their parents as they participate in one of the many family fun nights that Partners sponsors at our schools. This one took place at the Laterno School and featured the usual lineup of fitness, nutrition, and resource education that occurs at all of the fun nights. Let's join Partners School Wellness Coordinator, Marcia Picard, as she welcomes folks to this one.
On you to make sure, hey, wait, you went to the emergency room, you have asthma, do you have your medication, do you need a nebulizer, you have hot pumps, do you need us to send you a blood pressure cuff? So we try to like check.
Good evening, parents. Thank you for coming. We have a fun-filled night filled with wonderful events, so I just wanted to welcome you and thank you for being here.
Good, then you're in the right place. All right. My name is Marcia Picard, and I work for a great organization called Partners for a Healthy Community as the Florida School Wellness Coordinator. So we've been doing these family fun nights at lots and lots of schools throughout the city. And I gotta tell you, I kind of get confused sometimes about where I am. So when I count to 3, can you all tell me what school I'm at tonight? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Laterno. I thought so. All right, let's let you know what's going on tonight. Y'all got color-coded when you came in. You got dots. You're either red or blue or green. And they're all lucky, so it really doesn't matter. We have 3 stations, if you will, set up tonight. 1 here, 1 in the gym next door, and 1 in the community room down the hall. You're color-coded because you're going to be divided into 3 groups, the red, the blue, and the green. In just a couple of minutes, I'm going to send you to your first of 3 stations. Fine, we'll see you in 20 minutes.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you. My name is Sue. With me, I have Brittany, and we are part of the Family Fun Night. This is the fitness part. We're going to have some fun. We're going to dance. It's just a way of showing you a healthy lifestyle without having to go to the gym. That you can do something at home. You can do something fun with your kids. So adults, for the first portion, we're going to need your help because you probably know this. So I need you to show the kids how to do this particular. Each one in place. And then M, C, A. Okay?
Now we're ordering larges on average. So how many calories are in today's 2 large slices? 900? 900? That's actually pretty close. Yeah. 1,000? Yeah. 1,000. One more guess back there. Oh, 800. Raise your hand. No, it's 850. Oh. Wow. Yeah, 850. 500? So how long would you have to play golf while walking and carrying
Mom.
your clubs? Not taking the cart.
3 days.
Actually carrying the stuff.
About a month
3 days.
An hour and a half.
An hour. Because those clubs are heavy. I don't even.
All right, email us back saying that you're interested in taking any participation in an event, volunteering even a few minutes. Makes a huge difference.
Can't wait to grow up. They have in the community, and inside are some soup kitchen meals and some pantries. And if you don't need them, we can always use volunteers to help out. Please.
Turn it left. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 2 hops, 2 hops. 2 hops, 2 hops. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Charlie Brown. Hop it out now. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. Take it back now, y'all. Cha-cha now, y'all.
Yeah, wait till you see that thing.
We're going to move to the third and the last station. So everyone who is currently here in the resource room is going to go in through that back door into the gym so you can do the fitness station. Then you're going to be coming back in here for the door prize drawing. So everybody who's in the resource room, head on into the gym.
Some information about our hospital here if you'd like. I don't know what, it's actually pretty good. It's not bad. I've been here, I've been pitching this one. I don't know if you want to come.
Cha-cha, real smooth. Let's throw the word. To the left. Take it back now, y'all.
Okay, it's time for the door prize drawing. So we'd like everybody to take their seats, please. All right, what I'd like to do first for everybody is, we have 5 bags of groceries. I showed you before, lots and lots of good things in there. And fruits and vegetables and peanut butter and rice and pasta and Cheerios and lots of good things. All of these bags are donated by Partners for Healthier Community, the organization for which I work. And we're very happy to do that. Right.
Fabulous. First one, 027063. Oh, fabulous.
I think it's very interesting that all of those families sent what appeared to be their littlest child off to pick up the biggest bag of groceries. So clearly the fitness activity works for the evening, so I'm very pleased. Thank you so much for coming, and I hope you all had a good time.
Wasn't that fun? You might want to find out if the school in your neighborhood is sponsoring a family fun night that you can attend. One of the ongoing health problems in this city is the high rate of smoking. About 1 out of every 4 adults in this community are addicted to tobacco products and are subject to a number of health problems, including heart disease and a number of different cancers. Sadly, it's not only smokers who are at risk. Anyone who's exposed to someone else's smoke, what we call secondhand smoke, can also be affected, including children. Recently, Mayor Flanagan launched an important campaign to encourage people who do smoke to look down before they light up. Let's watch.
So I want to welcome everybody here to the Fall River Room. And today's gathering is to help raise awareness on the dangerous effects of secondhand smoke. And Attorney Souza, who does an outstanding job on behalf of our legal department, is really passionate about the secondary effects and the primary effects of secondhand smoke. And she brought to my attention a campaign that's going on nationwide encouraging citizens to look down before they light up. And today we're joined by some outstanding students from the Morton Middle School, St. Michael School, as well as the Spencer Borden Elementary School. And this is really what the campaign is all about. We understand that people have a right to smoke, and as long as you're over the age of 18, you can walk into a convenience store and buy a pack of cigarettes. However, it's pretty widespread and well known in today's society, the negative effects of smoking, what they do to you as an individual, but also the effects of secondary smoke too. And one of the main effects that secondary smoke has is on our children. And I've heard from a number of parents, specifically at bus stops, who get upset when somebody lights up a cigarette near their child. So this is really a public awareness campaign to raise awareness regarding the negative effects of secondhand smoke, and we encourage folks to look down before they light up, and to, before they put a match to that cigarette, think about the effects that secondhand smoke is having on individuals around them, especially children. So one of the individuals that has really spearheaded this campaign and has been so passionate about it is Attorney Liz Souza. I'm going to ask her to say a few words regarding it.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for initiating this campaign, an educational campaign, informing the public as to the dangers of secondhand smoke. There is really no bigger priority than the safety of our children, and making this an issue front and center, educating parents, educating the public as to the toxic and poisons contained in secondhand smoke and the effects on children, I feel is very important. So I thank you for leading this initiative. I would request Dr. Valancourt, Director of Health and Human Services, to speak further as a medical professional to how the secondhand smoke can affect the growing bodies of children exposed to secondhand smoke.
Good afternoon, everyone. As Director of Health, I always get to do the statistics and the numbers, which can appear to be boring when you talk about numbers, but do not confuse these numbers with boredom. These are important numbers, and they serve to focus why this is such an important initiative. Currently, 1 in 4 residents in Fall River smokes. We know there is no safe level of exposure to tobacco smoke, but we forget there is also no safe level of exposure to secondhand smoke. The more secondhand smoke you breathe in, the more your health risk increases. It's linear. Even brief exposures to secondhand smoke can cause temporary decreases in lung function, and within as little as 10 minutes you can start to see changes in the bloodstream with release of substances that cause inflammation, an increase in clotting, and other serious effects. So even very short exposures to secondhand smoke carry with them serious consequences. Most of my remarks right now are aimed at children, because children are important. Children are our next generation. Certainly we know the dangers of children who live in a house where someone smokes and are exposed to smoke in the house. We see an increased incidence of asthma. We see provoking of asthma attacks, low birth weight, middle ear infections, and an increased incidence in sudden infant death syndrome. Prolonged exposure to secondhand smoke can actually cause a child's lungs to develop slower and less effectively, and can have major long-term effects on their breathing. To go back a few moments ago, I mentioned asthma. When we speak of asthma, we are talking about a major public health problem. 1 in 13 school-age children suffers from asthma. It's been estimated that anywhere from 200,000 to 1 million asthmatic children each year have their condition worsened by exposure to secondhand smoke. In fact, about 40% of all children who go into an emergency room for a severe asthma attack live in a house where someone smokes. And if we look at very young children, the effects are even more serious. In children under 18 months of age, there were probably 300,000 respiratory infections per year due to exposure to secondhand smoke, resulting in about 15,000 hospitalizations per year. I pose a question: how do we react to the fact that nearly 1/2 of all American children have evidence in their bloodstream of exposure to cigarette smoke? We measure this by looking at a substance called contanine. Half of all American children have contanine in measurable levels in their blood. And what's even more alarming is that in 1/2 of these children, they don't even live with the cigarette smoker in their house. Tobacco smoke drifts more than 20 feet in an outdoor source. And the constituents can be measured in very high quantities even at that distance. It's been estimated that half of all American children get their exposure to secondhand smoke in cars, public places, and in homes other than their own. Separating smokers from non-smokers in groups, standing a few feet away while outside homes, does not eliminate secondhand smoke exposure. Studies have shown that even smokers who try to be careful about where they light up may not be doing a good job of protecting those around them. The only sure way to protect our children from secondhand smoke is to keep them and smokers away from each other. Ask smokers not to smoke around you or your children. Teach your children to stay away from secondhand smoke. Maintain a smoke-free house if you're a smoker, and more importantly, a smoke-free car. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Valancourt. You can applaud, go ahead.
Do I owe you the money now or later?
I also want to recognize Dr. Fran Roy, who's the Assistant Superintendent of Public Schools, through a collaborative partnership with the Massachusetts Department of Public Health as well as the Bristol County Tobacco Control Organization. We've been able to really carry this PSA throughout our public school system. And to talk more about that, as well as to give us some further statistics, is from Partners for a Healthier Community, Dr. David Reed.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I can think of no other single public health issue that needs to be addressed thoroughly in this community than smoking. I thank the mayor for this campaign that's to bring awareness to people who are smoking, to make sure that tobacco smoke isn't occurring where children are, or for that matter, anybody else. I mean, if you're smoking, the best place to do that is outdoors, away from other people. And we strongly encourage people who are smoking to stay away from entrances of buildings and places where secondhand smoke, as Dr. Valancourt pointed out, can become a health problem, not just for smokers, but for everyone else. Make sure that the smoke that you're producing is not in the faces of our young people here. So thank you very much.
And the smoker, we encourage you to take full advantage of this free service, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, which is 1-800-784-8669. And through this PSA, through educating our citizens on the dangers of smoking as well as secondhand smoke, it's our mission to lead a healthier lifestyle here in the city of Fall River. Once again, I want to thank Attorney Souza for spearheading this initiative, as well as bringing to the table Partners for a Healthier Community, the Department of Public Health, the Fall River Public School System, and Bristol County Tobacco Control Board. Thank you for attending.
Looking at this one. That it?
This is such an important message, so I hope people pay close attention to what the Mayor, Attorney Souza, and Dr. Valancourt are saying. If you smoke, please be sure your secondhand smoke is not affecting those around you, especially children. And if you smoke, I encourage you to call 1-800-784-8669 or go to the MakeSmokingHistory.org website for information that can help you quit. Finally, we're going to take a look at a recent event that was designed to help people become U.S. citizens. Citizenship is often the first step in helping people take advantage of the many resources that our community offers to help people stay healthy. The Massachusetts Immigrant and Refugee Advocacy Coalition, or MIRA, was in town recently to help people who are eligible to become citizens work through the sometimes complicated and expensive process of applying. Let's watch.
Yeah, let's fill out as much as we can now, and you can fill out the rest later. That's fine.
Not married.
No.
Have you ever helped anyone to enter the U.S. illegally? Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling?
I would talk to. My name's Mira Cole. I'm the Citizenship Coordinator at the MIRA Coalition, which is the Massachusetts Immigrant and Refugee Advocacy Coalition. Today we are in Fall River partnering with United Neighbors of Fall River, Catholic Social Services, and Greater Boston Citizenship Initiative, as well as St. Luke's Episcopal Church, to host a free citizenship clinic for eligible legal permanent residents in the area. We're helping around 75 people today fill out their applications, and people are coming from all over the area, people coming from Brazil, the Azores, Portugal, Cambodia, Latinos from Central and South America. So it's a great program today. We're hoping that we'll be able to fill out a lot of applications, and we're so grateful to the Fall River community for bringing us in and supporting this.
So they used to not do this.
Stepchildren, any children.
Okay, now I'm talking. Oh, okay. Before it was a lot more.
Citizenship can mean that people can access a full range of health and medical services in our community, as well as access to education and employment that are critical factors in people leading a healthy life. If you have any questions about the process here in Fall River, I suggest that you contact Wendy Garf Lipp at United Neighbors of Fall River by calling her at 508-324-7900. That will wrap it up for this month. Before I go, I want to remind you that our last winter market will take place on April 20th. That's a Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Armory at 72 Bank Street. It's a great place to get fresh produce before our outdoor markets begin in June, along with other crafts and other items. Check it out. If you've enjoyed any of these video clips, I invite you to see the full-length versions along with other videos on our website, healthycityfallriver.org. Just click on the Related Activities button at the top of the main menu. And remember, you can contact me anytime at drweed@cox.net if you have an upcoming event you'd like me to cover on this show. So until next time, I remind you to not only keep yourself healthy, but look for ways to help make the entire community a healthier place to live and work.